Hi, I'm EduKick General Manager John Morgan. Here with me today is EduKick Manchester Principal Mick Brennan, and we're here to talk to you about the current 2012-13 academic year. Right now the boys have completed their first term, and we're going to talk a little bit about some of the highlights that took place during that first term, which began all the way back in September of 2012. Mick, it was a great start for us because we had a brand new school venue. Tell us a little bit about the Manchester School and what an exciting start it was to the programme.
As you say, it's a brand new school that we opened in September in the heart of Manchester city centre. It was great to welcome our new students from all around the world into the school, but to be able to come into a brand new, modern, great learning environment for them school, it was just great to start filling it with the students. Ideally located in the city centre, and straight away we saw the benefits of that for the travel with the boys and being able to go out and about and experience the city and experience what Manchester life is. And with that at the school, we've obviously linked in with the new facilities up at the Platt complex. Again, world-class facilities, great coaching up there with the Manchester City Platt Lane development team. So it's just brought the whole programme together and give us a new dimension.
Excellent. And of course, along in that first term, you mentioned our connection with the Manchester City development coaches and using the facilities at Platt Lane. Extending that association with the club, there was exciting news for the boys when you announced to them about Manchester City and the Champions League. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, yeah, all the boys that come on the programme, they want to go and experience live games in a stadium. So we facilitated them to go to watch a Premier League game at the Etihad Stadium, to watch Manchester City there. We went to watch one of the League Cup games, so they could see the difference in the atmosphere in the games. But we got the opportunity through the contact at the ticket office to try to get tickets for the 3 home Champions League games. So we took the boys to all 3 of those games, top class games, finishing with the Real Madrid game at the Etihad Stadium. An experience that the boys most probably in a lifetime will never be able to experience again. So for football lovers, to be able to go to that type of game, that high profile game in such a magnificent stadium, and then relate it back to in the classroom. So they take it back into the classroom, they talk about it as a group, they talk about on the pitch with the coaches of what's gone on the day before and how them players and top level players, how they've got to work to be at that level.
Excellent, and I know personally that those games left a lasting impression on the players, because feedback I got here at the EduKick head office from some of the parents was just wonderful. And finally, to keep that connection going just a little bit longer with the club itself, is that the boys do play matches once a week against colleges, other academy teams, but there was a special opportunity for them as well with Manchester City and one of their select squads to play a game.
Yeah, I mean, as we go through the programme, we organise competitive fixtures for the boys at all different levels so that they get an opportunity to really test themselves and to see what football's like at all different levels in the UK. Through our link with the development team there, they set up a game with one of the Manchester City select squads. Basically, it's a squad of players that the academy and the club are keeping an eye on. They're a good level of players and are training together. We got the opportunity quite early on in the programme to actually play against these boys and were very successful in the game. It was great to see at that stage how all the lads had taken on board what happened in the first couple of games, where they were finding their feet, they were trying to learn the game, they were trying to come together as a team. What had been going on in the training, they've been talking about specific patterns of play and how to maintain the level of play throughout the whole game. And to then go and watch that particular game where they were successful, they beat the team, and they continue to play professionally, they continue to play as a team, they continue to support each other and do everything that the coaches had said on the training ground and in the team meetings after previous games to achieve how they did.
Excellent, and I know we certainly packed a hell of a lot into that first term, which is actually 15 weeks running through from September through to December, and then the programme takes a natural break for the Christmas holidays. and then of course in January everybody gets back together, and the second term is actually 20 weeks. So Mick, we're only actually in the second week of the new term. Just give us an idea of some of the events that the boys can be looking forward to. I know you mentioned to me earlier that you'd align some of the train and play opportunities.
Yeah, we've got, we went to see some of the games with Manchester City in the first term. We're now going to take the boys to other clubs in the Northwest to watch at all different levels. So we've lined up to go and watch Stockport County in the lower leagues. We've lined up to go and watch Burnley in the Championship. We are hopefully lining up to go and watch Blackburn at the end of the season as well, and possibly one or two others, just to see what the football's like at all different levels. Because there is a massive range of football just in that small area of the Northwest that we can go and see, we can experience, and the boys can see all the different levels of football, but the different stadiums, the different atmospheres, the different passions that all the fans have. And that's just a small part of what's going to be happening this term. As you say, we've got 20 weeks now to go, well, 18 weeks to go now. And then 18 weeks will go very quick. And it's now the time when we're starting to build on the programme, we're starting to look at the futures, we're starting to look at the progressions, the exams, the academics of the boys. The intensity of the training, the structure of training has now gone up a level. So we're trying to push them. So it's an exciting second term. Yeah,
for sure. And as Mick touched on there, the academic progression is certainly something that we want to really push all of our students towards. That pathway, whether it's spending a second year with EduKick, or if they're not with EduKick, what opportunities are out there for them. That's certainly something that's important to us. And one final thing, really, towards the end of the year, we discussed, Mick, a little bit earlier today off camera about the opportunity of a showcase game.
Yeah, we hopeful towards the end of the term we're going to put on a game where we can invite scouts and club representatives to come and watch the lads, see how they've come on, see how they perform, really to showcase their talent, not only into going on into the professional game, but maybe going on to college scholarships and other careers in the game.
Thanks, Mick. There's certainly a lot to look forward to in this second term for our current bunch of players. If you're interested to join us in September 2013, please check us out on edukick.com. There's plenty of videos out there on YouTube if you type in EduKick Manchester. So we hope to see you very soon.